Hello there, my name is Richard, the first time seeing my channel, user review cartoon series, anime series, also being completely random, and today we talk about Yolo Crystal Fantasy from Adult Swim. In this series, how to describe it, it's basically adventure time for adults. Because at the very beginning, it feels something like that, because it feels through you this new world, like everything is normal, where shit happens, you have magic, you have aliens, but once more, it never really explains why they're there. It's just that's normal for them and they have to deal with it. But I love it, the whole show, it's funny and you just don't get it to the very beginning till you find out to the very end of the series is everything they deal with is sort of a metaphor for them, a way to how they deal with their emotion, deal with the situation they're onwards. So that's why I describe it. It's basically adventure time for adults because you understand they have problems. One of the big example like Sarah is sort of bored with her life. She doesn't know what she's supposed to do. She's just sort of passing on day by day with nothing. Like she wants something, but she don't know what. She feels she's sort of lost. And you also have Sarah. She is basically a troll. And I don't mean confused. I mean kind of old-fashioned troll. She's ugly. She's undressed. She lives in a cave. And never explain why she lives in a cave. But once more, they throw you off the show. It just accept it, and that's how she is. She's basically a badass woman who punch you if you ask her one question or something like that. But once more, that's how the show represents them. And Sarah, her issues is how dealing with her emotion, that accepting her best friend that she loves her. The show does kind of vague, like what kind of type of love you talking about, like friendship or like a sister or a girlfriend. It really doesn't describe. It's sort of vague. And that's okay, and that's how the show presents everything. It's sort of vague to you basically interpret it whatever you want to. Yeah, I think that's the best part about the series. It's interpret it however you can, because it's kind of hard to interpret this show because it's so weird and random, but the things it's trying to focus and clear explains is Sarah and Rachel. Both of them are basically a toxic relationship. But I love it. It's not like a normal one is dominant and tells what the other one does all the time. No, they sort of, in a way, they toxic, that they don't know how to deal with the sort of emotions. One of the big example, every time one wants something to happen, the only way to have that happen, they push the other one right in front of the bus so that she can get it. Both of them do this a couple of times in the series. So you can see what I mean. They're kind of toxic. They know they do horrible shit to each other, and they just, that it's normal, right? No, that's the thing. That's sort of, they need each other to exist because they will have nothing else to be with or anyone. And that's sort of interesting and sad because the show sort of kind of describes what happened to them, especially Sarah, who got more time to develop than Rachel. What I mean is Sarah basically was alone the last 2 episodes. Rachel was sort of disappears for this different universe, and Sarah was left alone for many years. And you realize the toxic relationship with her best friend sort of consider her or close her off the things she can do. Like she actually found a husband, has a child, and also had a career. All about because her best friend could have messed her up a little bit or sort of pushed her the wrong way, but at the same time she wasn't horrible. Maybe it should happen with her or without her, we don't know, because how the show is sort of vague that way. Like it could happen with her best friend or without her. Maybe her episode, her focus very interesting, and that is sort of fascinating. Especially when Sarah admits maybe her have a toxic relation with Rachel, but at the same time, yeah, you have some issues, but we could work it out. Maybe if I took more time or try to maybe communicate her better to make this friendship work more. Also, Rachel herself, she also sort of have difficult to explain her emotions. That she really just think about herself, but not her best friend, and she sort of kind of argued with herself. She sort of denies that, And that's sort of interesting because at the very end of the series, Rachel does admit she does love Sarah. It just she's has struggling to admit that. They don't show why she has this sort of struggles, but at the very end, that's sort of interesting and fascinating. That's why I really enjoy Yoga Crystal Fantasy, because once more, it's ridiculous the crazy things they get into, but they never forget the main focus of Sarah and Rachel, to see how they sort of work in life, how they have some mental issues in the relationship, and where they're going in life. And that's why I just enjoy it. It's sort of a metaphor of everything what your normal life deals with, where am I going, what this relation, how you're supposed to feel, and this even working. And that's a thing that makes this show so wonderful, so enjoyable, because you don't really sure where is this going till we finally get there. You realize, oh, okay, that was interesting, that was fun, that was relatable. And I think this is one of the best shows that Adult Swim have made, next to Aqua Teen Hunger Force 2021, many other shows. In fact, this is one of the shows has more kind of dedicated of the more the characters even more, like a little bit here and there, but usually that's the focus. Well, I got not really anything else to say. Just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.